Hello, Georgetown County. As you know, we have named the 3 finalists for the superintendent of the school district. We are creating Zoom videos to give you an opportunity to get to know the candidates. I would like to introduce Dr. William Wright, who currently serves as the superintendent for Hertford County, North Carolina Public Schools. Hello, Dr. Wright.
Hello, Georgetown County and Dr. Powell and Mr. Jenkins. It is a pleasure to have the opportunity to speak with the schools and citizens of Georgetown County, South Carolina.
Thank you. If you could please tell us about yourself and your career.
Well, I'm currently serving in my 22nd year as what I call a full-time educator, because prior to me joining the ranks full-time, I've served 7 years as a substitute teacher while working in manufacturing and radio broadcasting. But finally, although I'm the son of an educator and decided that I would never go into education, once I got around children and understood their needs, I realized that it was my calling to do so. I also have served as a manufacturing manager, and I'm the son of a career educator, as I mentioned, and I have served as a superintendent since July of 2013, and am therefore completing my 7th year as a superintendent, both in North Carolina and South Carolina. Been married for 30 years and have 2 sons that are adults, and they both are educators.
Why are you interested in Georgetown?
The Georgetown County School District, from my observance and study, is already a good school district, which is attractive. I'm also looking for an opportunity to work with the people of this district and the entire county to move the district from being not just a good school district, but a great one. I've done that in my career as principal, assistant principal, as assistant superintendent, and for the last 7 years as a superintendent. And so I know that I am poised to be able to do this work and would love to do it here in Georgetown County. I also understand that work needs to be done to continue to unify our district to provide quality education all over the district, regardless of zip code. I have a proven track record of doing that, and I'm looking forward to having the opportunity, should I be selected, to begin the process of unification here. School districts function better when we all have all hands on deck moving towards that goal. So I look forward to that opportunity if given the chance.
In the current educational environment, what do you see as the characteristics of an effective leader?
First and foremost, the effective leader simply has to be one that does not lead from the chair or from the office. Rather, in order to be most effective, the leader has to be visible in the schools and in the community. The best leader engages with the community at all times, and those that serve the 9,000 plus children that we serve. Additionally, this leader has to be willing to be an advocate for the specific needs of Georgetown County and the school district, and defend and fight for those needs at all times. Got to be a representative. You have to be a advocate for the district. So oftentimes for me, what that means is wearing school paraphernalia throughout the county, because it is the leader's job to emulate the fact that schools are important every day, all the time. Lastly, and perhaps more importantly, particularly in this day and time, the most effective leader creates and insists upon a culture of collaboration in which problem solving becomes an expectation that the best decision be used, whether it comes from the superintendent's desk or not. All throughout my career, I believed in certainly have the ability and do exercise the ability to be the leader, but I certainly also value greatly the opinions of others, and I lean on people throughout the district to help me in my decision making. And so I think that is probably the most critical skill of being an effective leader, particularly in the 21st century.
What is your vision for Georgetown County Schools?
As I've kind of stated before, I believe that Georgetown County Schools is already a good school district. So my vision is to build upon the good things that were already occurring and to work diligently to implement sensible data-driven strategies to make us better. However, these things are not done in a knee-jerk fashion. Don't believe in coming in and upsetting the apple cart right away. Rather, it is important to assess and analyze the district before creating a plan to move forward. I call this plan my AAA plan, which stands for ask, assess, and analyze. I insist also on having a laser focus dedicated to preparing students really for three options: for careers, for trade work, if they choose to do that, and of course for a college university system, because we need all three. I've also believed that the educator's role is to accept and embrace academic and social diversity with a goal of achieving academic and social excellence for all. It is absolutely key that our students leave us when they are graduating prepared for an ever-changing world.
How would you involve the community and the staff in the decision-making process when implementing your vision?
So as I mentioned before, this AAA process, ask, assess, and analyze, does not just involve talking with and getting the opinions of the people that collect paychecks from Georgetown County Schools, but rather it is about spending time engaging community leaders, community members throughout the county to learn their perspective and perception of how we've served the community and how we can do better. The collection of this information then results in us formulating how we can move forward to build a better Georgetown County Schools. That requires me to do what I call immersing myself in the community, where I get out in the community, eat at local restaurants, attend functions and so forth, and just engage with community members, farmers, or whoever will talk to us about how we can move the district forward and their perceptions of the district, whether they be founded in data or not, because it's not just about the physical data, it's about the reality and the perceptions of the people. And then once we do that, we're able to formulate a plan to move us forward with the best information possible. And again, that ever changes as time goes on.
What would you like to accomplish during your first year?
That's a good one. By the end of the first year, first of all, I'd like to establish a school district motto that fits our intentions to grow and get better. For example, in my current district, after assessing who we were and where we needed to go, I implemented what is called the All In for Learning motto. We needed an all-inclusive environment approach to learning where people understood that just because I may not be a direct instruction employee, I still have a responsibility to help in my own unique way. We also use that to engage the community and the churches and so forth and so on. So this slogan also is now printed on items in our schools and across the district. The reason why there's such emphasis on that is because districts need to understand what communities need to understand what the district is about. I'd also like to be able to work with all stakeholders to authentically develop an outline of who we are and who we aspire to be. Because I'm an analyst by nature, I also hope to have learned who we are as a district by the end of the year and how we best position ourselves for effective and efficient school district operations moving forward. And then lastly, I'd like to create an environment where the students, staff, and the community are all comfortable with their new superintendent. May not agree with every single decision I make, but I want them to be comfortable with me as a leader.
What experience do you have with creating and managing a district budget?
I've lived it for the last 7 years for sure. As a school district superintendent for the last 7 years, I've had the responsibility of creating and managing the school district's budget. Even before my superintendency as an assistant superintendent of a 27,000 student, 21 school district. I also had the responsibility of overseeing the auxiliary services budget, which is about as large as some small school districts' budget. Of particular note, each of the years that I've been superintendent, we've managed to have a surplus and actually add to the budget finance fund balance. In my time in South Carolina, this was done through repurposing general obligation bonds to free up about 10% of the expenditures. In my current district, the surplus has been created for the most part through right-sizing the employee workforce. Additionally, we've made some capital project improvements that we desperately needed while continuing to protect the fund balance. Also, additionally, my undergraduate major is in business administration, so non-school budgets I've also been managing for a number of years as a private business owner several years ago, as well as in various means of employment.
And in closing, what do you especially want Georgetown to know about you?
Simply that I've spent the last 22 years, and if you count my substitute teaching experience, that would put me at about 30 years, preparing to lead in the 21st century. I believe that my work in school districts, both larger and smaller than Georgetown County Schools, has adequately prepared me to lead us to the next level. However, I know that any good leader needs help. That's where you come in. I would love the opportunity to work collaboratively with you to make a good school district a great school district. If given the opportunity, I can assure you that no one will be more dedicated to ensuring that that happens than I will. I look forward to the process and the pursuit of excellence. I'm a family man, and I believe that every child here in Georgetown County should be treated and educated as I want it for my own children. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Wright.